Hi guys, am I audible? Am I visible? Hello. Let's start with our right. So let's start with our so identify the wrong statement in reference to the gene I that controls A, B, O blood group. So here we have question in front of us. Do join it from with the help of pilots. Use the pilots there. So now here we go, everybody. Here we go for our first. Sorry. Here we go for our first question. Just 1 minute. Let me restart that. Let me restart this first question. So okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go. Here you can read the statements. Meanwhile, please answer it here. So identify the wrong statement with reference to the gene I that controls ABO blood group. A very simple question. A person will have only two of the three alleles. Number one, when it is IP, right? IP are present together to express same type of sugar. Number two. Number three, allele I does not produce any sugar. Number four is the gene I has two alleles. Now, what are they asking us? They are asking us a wrong statement. So, while attempting the paper, you make sure you focus on these things. These are our keywords, right? These are what they are our keywords. This is what you have to focus. Wrong statement. They are asking not the correct one. Now, person will have only two of the three alleles. That is true. Gene I has three alleles. That is also true. Allele I does not produce any sugar. That is also true. And a person when IA, IP are present to express the type of sugar. No, they will express different type of sugar. So what is going to be the answer? It is going to be B. Okay, so let me see the result here. So 75% students have given the correct answer. So Shantha, Namratha, Lucky, very good data, very good. So throughout the session I see who throughout the session this is what I'm going to observe, right? So those who are the top rankers they are going to get the grades, so be ready for that. What's the grades today? But I told you no technical glitches, they are lovely. It's lovely. We love it. Trust me. Lab. Now fine. Lab. Lab look visible. Now I'm visible. People now am I audible? Light chat please. Light chat. Light chat please. Light chat. Light chat. Hi everyone. Now am I audible? Yeah. Right. How I this is how light chat. Thumbs up. Sure, I think alleles. This is the concept that we have to discuss. This is the concept that we have to discuss when we are saying multiple alleles. Because Mendel told us that one character will have two. Like when you talk about one particular character, a gene is going to control that. Mendel used the term factor for that, and there are two forms of the factor, right? But later on, when we studied further, we got to know that it is not always true. Sometimes what happens, a single character can have more than two alleles. A single character can have more than two alleles. So this is what we discuss in the multiple alleles. More than two alleles, right? More than two alleles. This is what we have when we talk about the multiple alleles. Now, it is the best example for that is blood. Now, something very important that I'm going to discuss here. So, best example is of the blood group. So, blood group is controlled by gene I. Blood group is controlled by gene I. So, you have three alleles here. These are the three alleles. Now, my point here is very simple. Three alleles are there. Now, we see the single individual gene. Right? Now, whenever you talk about the multiple alleles, where will you get to see them in population? In a population, you will see all the three alleles. This is my blood group is AB positive. What about yours? What about yours? What about your blood group? Tell me. Somebody, I'm sure somebody will have B, A positive, O positive, like that. Like that. Negatives are also there. Like you can have O A negative, AB negative, O negative. This is what we have. Now, who is going to show that multiple in the population? In the population, somebody will have A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group, O blood group, plus minus will also be there. Now, but in a single individual, there are only two alleles for that particular one. Only two alleles. Right? Either that individual will have, right? Why two alleles? Why two alleles? Because one copy will be there from mother's side, another copy will be there from father's side. So that is why in the population you will see all the three alleles. association with her or with me. So it doesn't matter whether a character is having 3 alleles, 4 alleles, 10 alleles, 20 alleles, but a single individual will have 2 alleles for that, right? For that. So that is why this is the correct concept. Now, next point that you have to discuss is very simple. It is here. I'm again starting the poll bit up, but it is the simplest question ever. It is the simplest question ever. The number of contrasting characters studied by Mendel for their experiment was the number of contrasting characters. Yes, everybody. Number of contrasting characters. Is that clear? The number of contrasting characters studied by Mendel. Yes, everyone. Quickly answer that. Quickly answer that. So contrasting characters they are asking, absolutely right. It's a very simple question. I think I should end the poll. Right, I can see majority of students are giving the correct answer. Right, majority of students are giving the correct answer. So here we go. So what is the correct answer here? What is the correct answer here? Here the correct answer is going to be, you're absolutely right. It is going to be C, that is 7. So how many characters were studied? They were 7. Right, they are 7. Is that clear? Is that clear? 50% students they have given the answer. Let me explain this. So Namrata, Rakshita, Sunidhi, Mary, Sameer. So those who are going to secure these top 3 positions till the end, they'll get the goodies. Either there will be the free batch access, free test series access, or some other surprises will be there. So let's see this. Let's see this bit of characters and trait. Contrasting characters they are asking. Number of characters. Characters selected was 7. 7 characters were selected. How many characters were selected? 7. So 7 characters made. What we studied there, we talked about the seed shape, seed color, plant height. Yes, tell me. Pod shape, pod color, flower position, flower color, isn't it? That's what we have. These were the characters that they studied, right? So how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. But these are the characters. So characters, right? Gene is controlling these characters. So this is the character like seed shape. But shape can be what? It can be round, it can be wrinkled. So when you are talking about the variant form of a character, when you are talking about the variant of a character, then you have to use the word trait. So here they have asked that. Here they have asked the number of characters. Why are they contrasting? Because these characters are showing the alternative form. So this is the number of contrasting characters which is, so characters are 7. But instead of characters, they will add the word trait. So what is a trait? What is trait? Because trait is the alternating form of a character. Alternating form of a character. Like for an example, like flower color. Color of flower. You are talking about the color of flower. Color of flower is a character. But what sort of color will be there? What kind of color will be there? Red, white, right, like this. So this is what I am saying as trait. Alternative form. So that's why the 7 is the correct answer. Simplest question. So not happy with your performance, right? Not happy with your results here. So inheritance of, again, a very simple question. You read that question first, then I will start the poll. So which one of the following? Which one of the following? Yes, beta. Which one of the following characters represent the inheritance of, right? Which one is representing the inheritance of what? Inheritance of blood group. 1, 2, 3, go. Everybody so quick. Inheritance of blood group. Blood group topic is very important. Kindly pay attention here, beta. Kindly pay attention here. So you know that when you are talking about the blood group, right? When you are talking about the blood group, then what you people will see here in the case of blood group, one character that we have already studied is multiple allele group, right? You already know that here a single gene is having more than 2 alleles. That is, these are the alleles that we have. These are the alleles that we have. Now, do we have codominance? Obviously, my blood group, AB blood group. It is having codominance. So IA, IB, both are present here on the antigen. They are right. They are showing themselves. Right. This is another thing that we have to remember. So codominance is also there. So this dominance thing, dominance recessive relationship is also there. Like this one is dominant, this one is recessive. This one is dominant, this one is recessive. So that is what we see. Do we see polygenic inheritance? No. Do we see incomplete dominance? No. So what is going to be my correct answer? ABC. So I have ABC here. So let me check the poll. Let me see the result. So 83.33% students they have given the correct answer. 83.33% students they have given the correct answer. So this is the B. So Mazar Khan, Rakshanda is continuously here. So Lalvin, Lakshita, Lakshit, Aman. Right. So these are the names that we have here. Let's move to the next question. So next question. This one also we discussed in the last class. Right. Okay. This is also discussed in the last class. So this one you need to answer. Another simple question. Guys, I will explain everything. Please do not spam in the chat. Those who are going to spam here in the chat, I will ask my team to block them. Right? I'm quite clear about this. I am telling you clearly. One by one topics will come. We will discuss everything. Please do not spam here in the chat. Right? If you have to spam here in the chat, please my class. Yes, everybody. So please pay attention. A tall, true breeding garden we planned is crossed with this. So 1, 2, 3. I'm starting the poll. Let's discuss it parallelly. Let's discuss it parallelly. So please focus here. A tall, true breeding garden we planned. A tall, true breeding. Right? It is the word true breeding. True breeding means homozygous for a trait. It is basically pure line. So it is homozygous for a trait. It is basically pure line. So it is crossed with a dwarf true breeding. Right? So tall true breeding means capital T, capital T. Dwarf true breeding means small t, right? You are crossing them. So when the F1 plants, they will tell F1, first filial generation. So here the topic is very simple. This is what we are saying. So F1 will be this. Always remember. Homozygous dominant. Whenever you are going to cross it with a homozygous recessive, homozygous dominant, whenever you are going to cross with a homozygous recessive, what will you get, people? What will you get? You will get F1, right? Right? What will you get? You will get F1. Is that clear? Is that clear? The F1 will be heterozygous dominant. Is that clear? The F1 will be heterozygous dominant. Now they are saying if F1 plants they were self, this is what you are going to do, resulting genotype. We are talking about the genotype. It is the simplest question. Even class 10 students can answer that. So you know that the ratio is going to be 1 is to 2 is to 1. I want to see that ratio in the chart section. 1 is to 2 is to 1. 1 is to 2 is to 1. But now 1 is to 2 is to 1 is there. So 1 is called homozygous, tall heterozygous. They are 2 in number. Dwarf is going to be your 1 in number. Right? So you can even draw the Punnett square if you have any confusion regarding the same, or if you have any confusion regarding the same. So we know that what is going to be our correct answer, which is going to be A. Let me see the result. 58.33% students have given the correct answer. Quite disappointing. Quite disappointing. Right? So those who are here in the chat, so Lalvi, Navani, Rakshantha, this is Adhara, Adharti, Priya, sorry for that, Namrata, Yakshit, Pankti, Stu. Okay, beta. Okay, so this is the leaderboard here. So now this is going to be the thing because they have asked the genotype. Genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1. But instead of genotype, if they will ask phenotype, then the phenotypic ratio is going to be 3 is to 1. Genotype is 1 is to 2 is to 1, but the phenotype is 3 is to 1. So here 1 is homozygous tall, 2 are heterozygous tall, 1 is the dwarf. Now it's a simple question, right? But your mistakes, they are not, I'm literally not appreciating that. Okay. So yeah, give it a try. A man with a blood group A marries a woman with a blood group B. What are the all possible blood groups of their offspring? Yes, 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 Ravni. Yes, what will be the answer? It's a simple question. Let me start the poll. Let me start the poll. Here you people can see a man with blood group A marries a woman with blood group B. B. What are the all possible blood groups? Dekho beta. Two possibilities are there. They can be homozygous or heterozygous. They can be homozygous or heterozygous. Anything can be there. Right? Anything can be there. So we know that if they are going to be heterozygous, both are homozygous, only baby will be there. But overall, anything can be there. Like let's suppose if this is the case, right, that male is heterozygous, female is homozygous, then you know that AB blood group, B blood group, again AB blood group, again B blood group can be there. But we are not sure whether this is going to happen or not. Right. So now let's suppose if this is going to be the scenario. So don't you think we are going to have all four types of blood group here? Don't you think we are going to have all four types of blood group here? Tell me, don't you people think so? All the possibilities are there. So A is going to be my correct answer. Let me see the result as well. 85.71. So Nandita, this Lalvi, Suniti, Aman, Abhara, Abhati, Rakshinda, Stu, Rina, Ageshri, and Dihada, Bhuvan Pradhan. Very good, beta. Very good. So now let's move to the next part. Multiple alleles are present. We practiced it yesterday, so I am not going to take the poll for it. In our last botany full syllabus marathon, we practiced it. So we know that they are present at the same locus of the chromosome. Right? At the same locus of the chromosome. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay, now this is the next question. Okay. This question, it is again a simple one. Sometimes what happens, you just get scared when you look at such, I would say lengthy question. You feel like you don't know the answer, but that's not true, beta, that's not true. I'm starting the poll here. We are saying if two persons with KB blood group marry and have sufficiently large number of children, these children could be classified as A group, AB blood group, B blood group, and this ratio. Modern technique of protein electrophoresis reveals the presence of both B type of protein in AB blood group. This is an example of. Right, it is the simplest question ever. It is the simplest question ever. They have just added few fancy terms so that you get scared. But that is actually not the case. Right, I can see majority of students are giving the correct answer. I can see majority of students are giving the correct answer. Obviously, both types of proteins are simultaneously expressed. So which denominator? Which denominator? You're absolutely right, beta. You're absolutely right. So here we can say, what can we say here, or what can we discuss here? We can simply say that it is going to be, yes, beta. It is going to be, yes. So let me see. It is the third dominance. I think everybody have answered here. So I think you all have answered here. So this is the result here, 93.33%. So Mazag, Bhagyashri, Rakshanda, Yakshit, Aishwarya, Rakshanda, very good beta. Mazag, very